Here we go. Breakfast tier list. I love breakfast. Most of the time, I will just have a cup of coffee in the morning and I'll skip it. And then I won't eat till like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. But if I am, like, I'll tell you this much. Like, breakfast is kind of inconvenient for me because in the morning, I just wake up and my mouth is all gross. And, you know, even after brushing my teeth, like, I don't want to eat something right away because then, like, the mix of the taste of toothpaste with food going down, it's just never been a good time. I have my cup of coffee and that's it. But if I'm going to, like, a diner or something, then yeah, I love breakfast food. We got a good array here. We got a bunch of breakfast foods here, and I'm gonna break each one down. I might have some controversial takes. Here we go, breakfast tier list. Starting off, the classic cereal. Now, cereal is interesting because there's so many different kinds of cereal, obviously. You have your, like, sugar with sugar on sugar cereal, and then you have, like, your basic boring cereal. But then, you know, you have your really solid ones that, like, less sugar. I don't know. We go to Sam's Club and they got this like less sugar added cereal and it's really good. It's like a blueberry almond crunch, whatever. I would say if I had to take all the cereal in the world, all the kinds of cereal, the sugary shitty ones, the like Special K ones that really don't taste good, but I guess they're kind of better than having straight sugar for breakfast, and I don't know, other stuff. But before I even put it in a tier, I guess I'll say my favorite cereals, I would say. My favorite cereal, it's definitely cornflakes, straight up cornflakes. I think I've said this before on stream. You could eat cornflakes with milk, or you could eat that shit straight out the box like a goddamn crab. You could go in there, just scoop it up, eat some cornflakes like a bird, and it's just like a great time. And then before you know it, you eat half the goddamn box, and you're just like, what am I doing? It's 3 a.m, and I'm just chowing down on some cornflakes. But then you have like awful cereal. There's like, remember like the Count Dracula, like the Boo Berry? I remember when I was a kid, they used to have the commercials for that on Nickelodeon, like the Boo Berry, and it looked so good, and it made the milk blue. That shit was so gross and so sugary, like, even as a kid. And I love sugary stuff. I have a sweet tooth, and as a kid, I would eat anything that was sugary, but that was like gross. And so because of that, you got to take that into consideration. Obviously cereal is very convenient. You could eat it, real quick if you're in a rush. Comes sometimes in the little cute little boxes. So I would say due to its clutch factor, and there is some very good cereal out there, like Honey Nut Cheerios is very good. Frosted Flakes are good. I'm a simple guy when it comes to cereal. I'm a simple guy. Honey Bunches of Oats, the banana one, that's good. That's good. So I think because of convenience, and there are a lot of good ones, and it's quick, it's easy, I'm going to put it in A. Maybe we'll change it, but I think A is like a pretty solid, it's fucking cereal, for God's sake. Like, you can do so many things with it. You could put fruit in the cereal, you could put milk in the cereal. It's just a lot of good stuff there. I mean, how many times in our lives did like cereal save us? Whether it's in the morning and you're rushing for school, or it's late at night and you wake up in the middle of the night or something. You got a good video essay lined up on your YouTube on your phone, and you just pop some cereal. It's just it's real good. Next up, we have omelets. See, now omelets are very interesting to me, and I think this is gonna be my first hot take. I think everybody I know, like at least all of my friends, everybody loves omelets. We go to the diner, everyone gets an omelet. And to me, in my opinion, I think omelets are super lazy. First of all, here's the first thing. I don't really like the taste of eggs unless it's loaded with a bunch of stuff, which yes, in an omelet, it is. I don't know. It's just like omelets become this like mushy mess. And you put like there's some gross omelets out there, like ham and like spinach and cheese and egg. And then the egg gets burnt because nobody knows how to keep an omelet in the pan like too long or too short or whatever. So I don't know. I'm not a big omelet guy. I think it's like a lazy way to make a breakfast. It makes a mess every time. So this is my first hot take. I'm a very hot or cold person. I either love things or I hate them. And I don't really like omelets too much. So I think I'll give it a C, because I used to like omelets a lot, but then after a while I was like, what am I doing? Like, there's just so many better breakfasts. But I guess I'll say maybe it's just kind of convenient to throw everything in one big pan, but at the same time, you end up making a mess. So if you're one of those people that like leaves the house and like your kitchen's like just a mess, I don't know. That ain't me. I like everything clean before I leave. So I think omelets are a little overrated. Next up, we got home fries. Home fries, I love home fries. They're real good. The only problem with home fries though is when you get when they're burnt, they're so gross to me. And then like, especially when you go to a diner and you get like pancakes, bacon, eggs, and then the hash browns or the home fries or whatever, and like the burnt home fries gets mixed with everything else. It's gross. Not good. But home fries are very good. I think for the most part they're very tasty. Put some ketchup on them. Mix them in with the syrup. You got some syrup on some pancakes, and it drips a little bit onto the home fries. That's always a good time. Home fries, I'm gonna give a, well, you know what, I was gonna give it an A, but I'm gonna give it a B, just because they could be real greasy sometimes, and I don't know. I'm gonna put home fries in B. I could definitely see myself maybe moving it to A, but now see, there's a difference, and we're gonna get to it. It's on the tier list. See, hash browns are different than home fries. They're definitely different than home fries, so we'll get to that later. English muffins with butter. Put that shit on the top, baby. Let's talk about convenience for a second. English muffin, butter, takes like 5 seconds to make. It's so good, so tasty. Like with a good cup of coffee, it's good. Oh, it's good. And like, it's gotta be, the thing, I think what makes a good breakfast food, this is what makes a good breakfast food, is if it's not mess upable. I think like even burnt English muffins with butter, like obviously if you burn it to a crisp, then yeah, it's gonna be gross, but I think like over toasted English muffins or under toasted, it's all really, really good with some butter on it. Like you cannot go wrong with an English muffin with butter. It's just classic. The next one, I think that's a Danish, I think, because it's not a bagel, right? No, bagels are over here. I like Danishes a lot. They're just, for me in the morning, like I love sweets, but not for breakfast. So I get kind of like, it gets blurry for me, like talking about sugary shit for breakfast. So yeah, so I like Danishes. I like the cheese ones and the fruit ones, but I would rather have it like late at night with a cup of coffee. Like that's really good to me. But for breakfast, I'll put it as a B. Muffins, I'm also gonna put as a B. I think some people will kind of freak out on me for that one. It depends what kind of muffin too. Like sometimes you go to like the supermarket and you get the 4-pack of muffins and they get really like soggy after 2 days, and I don't want none of that. I don't want any of that. But if you get a good like pistachio muffin, good blueberry muffin every once in a while, maybe a corn muffin, that's pretty good. But once again, I don't like sweets too much for breakfast. It's very hard for me to justify eating sweets for breakfast. It doesn't sit in my stomach right. That's why I'm putting it as a B. I think Danishes and muffins could both be an A tier if it's outside of breakfast. If it's just like midday, chilling, you and that special someone going out to eat, and then you get a little dessert after, a cup of coffee and a muffin, like a cafe or something, that's good. That's real good, but not not for breakfast. Next up, we got avocado toast. This is another one that can be kind of controversial because I think when you get a really ripe avocado, that is like some of the most gross taste ever. Like, oh, I hate when it's like overripe. And a lot of times, like, they'll just throw any avocado they got. But then again, when you get like a really, like that perfect sweet spot for avocado on a good piece of toast, throw a little salsa on there, some eggs. Like, that's where I like my eggs. I like my eggs on like avocado toast. Avocado toast is very expensive. That's another downside of it. Another downside is if you're doing it yourself, like we'll make avocado toast and we'll put like an egg and salsa on or whatever. It takes a while because you gotta carve it out of the damn thing and then you gotta mix it around. And yeah, unripe avocado sucks too. That, and listen, if we're gonna do a breakfast tier list right, you gotta think about convenience. It's not just taste. It's you're waking up in the morning. In life, you always got to think worst case scenario. You're late for work. You're waking up in the morning. What are you going to do for breakfast? Let's say you got no money on you. You can't go to the diner, whatever. Downside, can't afford a house. Buying too much avocado toast. So I'm going to put avocado toast in a B tier. And I will, like, it's close to A because a good avocado toast is very, very good. Cinnamon buns, cinnamon rolls, however you want to say it. This is another tragedy for me because I love cinnamon rolls, but I can't eat. How the fuck? Look at that. How do you eat that for breakfast? You have to be out of your mind to eat, for your stomach to be okay to eat that for breakfast. It's just, I don't know, too heavy, too syrupy. I love cinnamon rolls, but for breakfast, once again, it's so tough. I don't know. It's more sugary than like a Danish, and it's more sugary than a muffin too. So maybe we do C tier, but I also really love cinnamon rolls. So let's go B. It's hard. Next up is fruit. Fruit is another one I gotta put in the B tier. Like, especially the fruit in this picture. Because something I hate in the morning is when you have something really cold. Like, if you've ever... I remember one time, me and my dad, we used to go fishing. And one time we went fishing, and I had strawberry milk in the fridge. I got it the night before in, like, a bottle, like the Nesquik strawberry milk. I remember waking up to go fishing, like, 4:30 in the morning. Because that's what... You know, you can't, like... To this day, I don't think there's a fucking difference if you go at, like, 5 in the morning or 9 o'clock. It's not like you need to beat the traffic if you're going fishing, or like the fish aren't going to be there. The fish are there. They're in the water. Just go fishing. Like, we never needed to go at that time. Whatever. That's another rant for another day. But anyway, I had that strawberry milk, and I had the worst stomach ache all day. And we drove all the way out to go fishing that day. And it's the same thing with the fruit. Like, cold fruit, like pineapples and oranges and blueberry, it's probably in the fridge, you know, when you're pulling it out. But it's different. See, like, I see in the chat, banana. Yeah, see, a banana, in my opinion, is like an S tier breakfast. So fast, so convenient, so quick. And you don't really keep it in the fridge, so it's not cold. If that was a banana, yeah, I would put that in the S tier. But that's some cold looking fruit right there. And I don't want no cold. You eat that at like a family party after. You know, someone brings the fruit out. You don't eat that for breakfast. Parfaits, I think that's how you say it, right? Parfait, I don't know. I say everything wrong. These are very good. I very much enjoy these. These are very tasty. They could be very healthy if you get the right yogurt. I'm going to put this as a solid A. I think, you know what it is with parfaits? Like, you don't really get them. You rarely have a parfait. Nobody in this chat could say, like, yeah, I have a parfait, like, at least 3 times a week. You rarely get them, but when you get the mix of, like, the yogurt with the granola, that crunch, and the fruit, like some good strawberries in there, it's very good. It's very filling, super tasty. My fiance makes them really good. Every once in a while, like I'll be up here doing work, and she'll just walk in with like a bowl, and she made a parfait, and it's just, oh, it's so good, so good. We get the one from Sam's Club, like the yogurts or the granola or whatever. And it's like, it's really good. It's like probiotic granola or whatever. I don't know. It's good. But yeah, parfait, they're good. They're a nice surprise. You don't really have them a lot, but when you do, very tasty. Very, very good. Next up, somebody says that's Spam. I was assuming that was just ham, but like for breakfast, I don't know. Nowadays, like if I was growing up, like I would put a lot of these in like the A tiers and stuff, but I don't know, like it's just grease and sugar for breakfast. And I love greasy foods and I love sugary foods, but for breakfast, I'm a really just hot or cold person. I don't like too intense of stuff. Like, I don't know. I can't see myself eating that for breakfast. I don't think I've ever had ham or I don't think I've ever had Spam before. I don't know. Next up, here we go. Here's my big controversial take. Bacon is gonna be B tier. I'm sorry, I would put it as an A, but it is so bad for you. And I'm sorry this tier list is like me saying what's good and what's bad and stuff, because like there's still shit on here. Like I got goddamn English muffins at the top. That ain't really the healthiest thing either, but bacon is just like so bad. It's good, don't get me wrong. Bacon is very, very tasty, but it's not. I have nothing. You know what? I don't got a bad thing to say about anybody. I'm not gonna bash bacon. It's very good, but bacon, I don't know. If you were like talking to me in college, and I would be like, fuck yeah, you know, like watching Epic Mealtime and bacon and all that stuff. But I don't know. Yeah, bacon is so bad, so bad for you. It is so bad for your heart. I can't even tell you how bad it is for you. Next up, all right. Now, here we go. This is what I'm talking about. See, I said I didn't like eggs, but I do like, what are they called? Like, is that poached eggs or whatever they're called? Eggs Benedict. That stuff is so good. If you get Eggs Benedict over an English muffin, once again, English muffin coming up clutch, you know, they put that like sauce on top of the Eggs Benedict. Oh man, that's good. That's really good. I really don't got too much to say about that. You put like some lox on there. Yeah. Oh, that's the stuff. If I'm going out to like a breakfast place, like a trendy, you know, one of those little like artsy breakfast places, you best bet I'm getting those Eggs Benedict. Like that's a good breakfast. Filling. Okay, beans, give me a break. Who the hell has beans for breakfast? Put that like in the mega D tier. I like beans, but like for breakfast, Oh, okay, so this next one, this is interesting. Those are like potatoes. I don't know. I think if you're gonna have potatoes for breakfast, just go in and get the, the ones that are bad for you. Get the hash brown or get the home fries. I think if you get potatoes, you're kind of just like, you're being around the bush, like, just go for the kill. Go in there, get those greasy. Even those potatoes, the ones that I just picked, those are still real greasy too. But I don't know. Potatoes are kind of boring to me. Just regular potatoes, even if they're seasoned or whatever. I don't know what the next thing is. It looks like chicken, like just straight up fried chicken. I can't tell though. I don't know. I don't know what that is. We'll get back to that. Same with this. What the hell is this? Looks like a Geodude. Like, what is it? If that's tuna, not for breakfast. I love tuna fish. Like, if this was a lunch tier list, I'd put tuna fish in, like, the triple S tier, but... And then here we go again with this, like, with the ham. Just get this out of my face. Put that in the D tier. Sausage, I'll give it a C. I do like when I like when the syrup hits the sausage a little bit. That makes sausage taste pretty good, but... I don't know. Once again, it's just like, look at that. You're going to want to eat that for breakfast? I guess sausage patty, but that's just, look at that. That's so gross. Toast with butter. I'm going to give it an A just because I do like butter on English muffins. I think an English muffin is just a superior food than a piece of toast with butter. Piece of toast with butter is still good, but here's the downside with piece of toast. If you put butter on a piece of like toasted toast, that sounded so stupid. If you put a piece of butter on toast, when you start scraping it on, like the crumbs from the toast go everywhere. And English muffins don't do that because they got it's like a little cup. So when when you're scraping it on, it kind of hits the cup. I get a little too into it with my foods or whatever, but toast with butter, it's very close. Like it's once again super convenient. I'm also gonna put oatmeal. I'm gonna put that in as an A as well, just because oatmeal's got to be really in the mood for it. But when I am, it's really good. You never get like a stomach ache from it. It's really filling. It's pretty healthy if you have the right type of oatmeal. Put some fruit in there. I like oatmeal. I do like oatmeal. Let's go. We got some more eggs. I do like sunny side up eggs out of all the eggs besides Eggs Benedict. I can't just eat it alone. I think what puts it in the A tier is usually if you're having sunny side up eggs, you got a piece of toast on deck with you. And when you dip that toast into the yellow part of the egg, the yolk or whatever it's called, that is like some of the best tasting taste in the history of food. Hard boiled. I see in the chat someone says if it goes anywhere below an A tier, it's death. But like nobody, I don't know. Hard boiled eggs, I would be a hypocrite if I said nobody eats that shit alone, because I put sunny side up eggs in A tier because I said you need a piece of toast with it. But I don't know. For me personally, I don't really like hard boiled eggs. If they're in like a chopped salad with like a bunch of stuff, that's really good. But there's always so much stuff in those like chopped salads that have hard-boiled eggs, and you don't even really taste it anymore. Very good for you, though. I do, enjoy them if I'm trying to eat healthy or whatever. But I don't know. I think a respectful C. All right, okay, now we're going to the heavy hitters. I know I said no sugar, but look, first of all, before I even move pancakes, look at that thing. Look how pretty pancakes look. I don't think there's any prettier food than a stack of pancakes. Like the golden pancakes. Put that shit up there. My grandma too. She made the best pancakes. Oh my god, they were just so good. I remember as a kid, just like her pancakes were always better than anybody else's pancakes. I mean, like, pancakes are just a classic. Like, I don't know. I agree, though. A soggy pancake, yes, very, very gross. Like, if you're, like, ordering out from a diner and you get pancakes and you, like, get it delivered or go pick it up or whatever, and it's in, like, a foam container and, like, the moisture that's building up in there, I don't want none of that. I'm talking like a pancake right off the stove. Me and my fiance, like I was saying before, we go to Sam's Club, and they got they're called like Kodak pancake mix or whatever, and it's really, really good. It's like loaded with protein. All right, here we go. You see this little hash brown over here? This is the exception. I would say every breakfast, lunch, dinner, I have a lot of rules, like how I say what's good, whatever. There's always an exception. This specific potato right here is the exception to the rule. That hash brown is the holy grail, in my opinion, of breakfast foods. It is So good. So convenient. If you're in Jersey, and like me, I love going garage sailing, so I'll wake up early in the morning. I always hit Wawa before I go garage sailing, get a cup of coffee, whatever, and I grab one of these things. I grab like 2 of them. Just get in the car, devour one, and I save one for like an hour or 2 later. Gets like room temperature, eat that one, quickly pop it in. This little thing right here, that is on par with English muffins with butter as like the best breakfast food. And a hash brown is not home fries, it's not potatoes, it's a hash brown. It's different. That is a different thing. I love hash browns. I love them. Oh my god, I love them. I can eat them for breakfast, I could eat them at night. And then we got French toast. I'm gonna put French toast as a respectable A. I don't like to get French toast with like syrup. Like, I think then it's just overkill with the sugar, but I'll go like French toast with some fruit on it, like bananas and strawberries, maybe a little bit of Nutella on there. That's always really good. But French toast is classic. It's good. It's fluffy. It's warm. You know, it's cozy. I like French toast. I do like French toast. So I'll put it in A. I don't know what the hell this looks like. Minions at the bottom. Once again, can somebody tell me what the hell this is at the bottom? It just looks like a bunch of minions. I'm gonna put this at the end too with the other like 2 unnameable foods. Yeah, here we go. Bagels, another S tier. If you're in Jersey and you get an everything bagel with lox cream cheese, oh my god, there's nothing better. That is like the best tasting breakfast food. I think like the taste, when it comes to taste, is a good bagel, like toasted on the outside but fluffy on the inside. Oh, people are saying potato bites, tater tots. Okay, all right, that once again, just throw that with the other potatoes. Just, I don't know, I don't think so. But yeah, bagels go hard. They go hard as hell. You get a dozen bagels. They're super cheap. And let me tell you something. I know everybody can relate on this one. Back in the day, when you'd go sleep over a friend's house, if your friend's mom was the mom in the morning that got bagels from the bagel store, like you'd wake up in the morning. 2003, stayed up all night playing SmackDown Here Comes the Pain on PlayStation 2. You go to bed at like 5 in the morning, and then you wake up at like 11 at your friend's house, and you go downstairs and you see that big bag of bagels on the counter. You know that mom is a straight up baller. Like, that is the move. If you came with the bagels, you make everybody happy. They're super cheap. You could do so many things with them. They're filling. Who doesn't love a good bagel? Who doesn't love, going to the bagel store, run into a friend, someone you haven't seen for a while? It's the best. I don't know. And like, so many childhood memories of just, everybody has memories of eating bagels. It's always a good time. You're always about to go to the beach or something. I don't know. Bagels are just good time. Like, I don't know, nobody got me, but bagels got me, What else we got? All right, we're gonna move on to the next one. Croissants. I don't know. Croissants are kind of sketchy to me. I don't really think they're that good. Like, it's so rare if you have a croissant, like the Pillsbury ones that you put in the oven. Like, those, when you have those are obviously delicious. But when you get, like, that plastic tray of croissants from, like, I don't know, your nearest supermarket, it's just, I don't know, it tastes like you're eating, like, a bunch of pieces of paper from a printer. They're good. Like, I think if you're in a rush, yeah, eat a croissant. It's not, like, the sweetest thing. And donuts. See, this is another exception because I love donuts so much, but once again, I can't have it for breakfast, but like, I love donuts. Donuts gotta be my favorite. One of my favorite desserts is a donut, like especially like a strawberry donut with sprinkles. Oh, these are so good. But I don't have these I don't think anybody has these. These are like the buttermilk biscuits. I don't think anybody ever has these for breakfast. You get them at like KFC or something, but they are good. Like, fuck it, we'll put an A tier, like, because they are delicious. If that's just a piece of steak, whatever. I'm not even going to D tier. Scrambled eggs, they're the classic, but once again, I don't really like them alone. Like, they got to be loaded with ketchup or like mixed with a bunch of other food on your plate, and it gets in the way, and it's hard for me to justify putting scrambled eggs in A, honestly. It's just not for me, so I'm gonna put it there. I think that's my tier list though for breakfast. I think I'm pretty proud of this. I think pretty solid. They're definitely, I have my bias, but let me know in the comments down below what you think I should have done differently. What are your favorite breakfast foods? What is your S tier breakfast foods? Let me know.